Bill Belichick, snubbed from the NFL Hall of Fame, y'all. I was shocked as ever yesterday when I got the report. I looked at it. I said, "It's not even April yet." I said, "What they doing?" I was looking for the when they, I was looking for if the NFL, Roger Goodell, he has to do something about this. I'm hoping at the NFL honors, they kind of bring Bill Chuck out and say, "Hey, like we made a mistake. We should have put him in the Hall of Fame. Like this is a terrible mistake. We don't want to be viewed as the other Hall of Fames." And I'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah, like I feel like Roger. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, not putting him as a first ballot. I saw some reports. We gonna watch. We gonna watch
That's
first,
how
as you can
ridiculous.
see. We gonna watch first take, see what they get into it. But there is a reporter, Bill Polian. I saw on Pat McAfee show. He was saying 95%. He came out to a reporter and saying, I voted Bill Belichick in 95% into the NFL Hall of Fame, and then some other reporters came out and said, whoa, 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 dog, like we got your word on tape. We know what you said about him, and you wouldn't vote for him. And Bill Polian, he's like an old white guy. We can look him up right now. Look him up. Oh, like just typical. Holy, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Y'all probably like, I already seen him. I already know what he looked like. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He looked like that one announcer. God, he for CBS Network, they kind of be hating on dudes a little bit too. He has black hair, look just like him. But yeah, just what I don't know. Bill, he should be in. I get it. He has a not a winning record without Brady, but he has the most winning record. Like him and Brady he has 8 Super Bowls, two as a defensive coordinator, six as the head coach. It's not even a question. I don't even know why we're getting into a debate. But like I said, the NBA Hall of Fame, the and the NBA Hall of Fame, the MLB Hall of Fame. I don't really know about the Soccer Hall of Fame. Because I don't watch soccer, but MLB Hall of Fame, they didn't put Barry Bonds in, but they have a guy that played for the Houston Astros, and he was a part of a big cheating scandal. He was a big part of it, and he just got into the Hall of Fame. So I feel like, but when you look at the NFL, I feel like it's always been the gold standard of the NFL of the Hall of Fames across sports. Like everybody looks at the NFL and be like, okay, like you put the guys that should be in first. Don't put some guys, that had like a 1 year highlight run or 2 year highlight run, and you don't put those guys into the Hall of Fame. NBA, you might have a guy that did, some like average 30 points for 2 years or something like that, make it in the Hall of Fame or something. Dude that played in Europe, make it in the Basketball Hall of Fame. They should make an NBA Hall of Fame, just redo the whole thing. I feel like because it's mad tainted every year for the Hall of Fame. Maybe they just don't have enough guys because a roster is 15 people every year, and some guys probably just don't deserve it. Some years maybe just don't have a Hall of Fame. Some years, just wait until the guys that deserve it, like Melo and KG, Jokic, Giannis, those type of players. I don't know if Derrick Rose should make it. He just got his banner, or he just got his number retired in Chicago. That's a whole nother thing. I think Chicago and New York are like two places like you can't touch their premium guys. Like you can't talk about them or something. They hold them like babies, or I don't know, man. Like they treat them like babies out there. Um, Derrick Rose is Derrick Rose. What he did for Chicago. They saying he's bigger than Michael Jordan in Chicago. I don't know. I never been in Chicago, so but we're gonna see what Stephen A. gonna talk about this Bill Belichick thing. But the NFL, y'all, I feel like it's always been the gold standard. This is the only time they messed up. They messed up with Terrell Owens too. That's another time you can talk about that. If you know some other instances where the NFL messed up and hasn't thrown some guys in there, drop it in the chat. So, but yeah, I don't listen to Stephen A. that much, y'all. We just gonna see, his first take, y'all. It's a big show. It's a big show. We're gonna see what they have to talk about it. I like Mad Dog Russo though. Mad Dog be giving some cool moments all the time. Wednesdays is his day, so I'll tune in on a Wednesday. That's the only time I'll tune in for the first take. But it's politics stuff, Stephen A. I don't like it. Um Yeah, man, we gonna he gotta stop that because I looked up to Stephen A. First Take is what we gonna get into the video. Just stick with me, but Stephen A. This is what he inspired me to do what I'm doing right now. Like I'm like shoot, watching him every time in the summertime talk about LeBron and things like that. And I know he goes overboard sometimes, but just how he made it entertaining at some points. You know, back when he was really good, like 2014, maybe 12, back in those times. You know, then it felt like around like 2018, 19, maybe 20. Um, I feel like it started getting to like it had an First Take had an agenda. Like he had to put on a persona for people who didn't watch First Take and only watched the clips. And then when he was just yelling for no reason and just felt like he wasn't watching the sport and just giving his own take and just his ego was his takes saying this is my show. Like why are you giving your take? He would talk over people saying this is my show. He still does it. It's just hard when when you this, you gotta be chill. Shout out Marcus Spears too. He great too. And her, she good. Molly Karam left. She good. Shout out premium white chocolate right there for sure. Oh,
Ridiculous this is, but yet we need to articulate it further. So, Stephen A., your reaction.
Couple of things. Number one, I want to respect my elders, Mr. Bill Polian. Sit down. Just don't say anything. You don't 100% recall whether you voted.
but it shouldn't even be like Bill Polian. I get that's the only name that came out. You gotta find them other names too, dog. Wrap them up in there. Wrap everybody.
Voted for him or
Yeah.
not, but you recall everything else you said and what you didn't say. But you didn't recall whether you voted for the man. So you remember
Hold on.
everything.
Hold on. Let me change that camera angle for y'all real quick, cause be like his face too big as hell. God damn. This nigga's head. Oh, my bad. All right, we back. We back.
Surrounding the subject, but you don't remember whether or not you actually voted for him 100%. That's the most asinine thing that I've heard in quite some time. Sit down. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to be disrespectful to my elders, okay? My mama was watching me from above. I'm trying to be nice, but this is ridiculous, okay? Now let me say this to
Disrespecting your elders, dog. Doing this politics stuff. Come on, bruh. Come on.
everybody about the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We should boycott.
See, when you say like disrespecting I'm not trying to disrespect your elders. You gotta look at your other stuff too. I know he's speaking in the moment, but look at what you doing outside of sports too. Is that respecting your elders, bruh? Like talking about that girl from Jasmine Crockett, like how you did on your thing, and just bashing both sides of the party. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm trying to be respectful.
That bad boy. Nobody should show up. Nobody should want to go into that Hall of Fame if Bill Belichick ain't in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. 6 championships as a head coach, 8 overall, 2 as a defensive coordinator, universally recognized as arguably the greatest coach in the history of football. And if you don't definitively feel that way, it clearly is a discussion. There is no reason on earth.
I guess yeah, because now see what we doing. Clearly is, you know what I'm saying.
That Bill Belichick is not.
But another thing too, I want to bring up because every year for the Hall of Fame, I thought they made a rule where a head coach has to get in, and then like a former owner or something like that, or a GM has to make it every year. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know in the comments. But I thought every year it was something like a coach has to make it and a GM. So I'm surprised if if a GM or a coach, if I see a coach on that stage on NFL Honors, dog. Ooh,
A first ballot Hall of Famer. I know T.O. got
I'm
robbed as
gonna
a
have a
wide
war.
receiver. That shouldn't have happened, by the way, okay? What are you
Right.
going to do next? If it's going to be because of Spygate, if it's going to be because of Deflategate, are you going to use that excuse to keep Tom Brady out as a first ballot Hall of Famer next? I'm telling you right now, there are certain things that are so egregious, it stinks to the high.
Yo, mm, you can't even do that, bro. Because the thing about it, like LeSean McCoy, I don't even know why he popped up, but like his 2 Super Bowl rings. I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm kind of mad at that dude right now. He been chirping at my Hawks a whole lot. And Sam Darnold, he just won. He yeah, you just. But he has the 2 Super Bowl rings, and he didn't really do nothing in them. You know, he has great stats, but he's one guy where it's like, do we put him in? Do we? Because it's like he had a good like what 5 to 6 years. I mean, he has some good runs with the Buffalo Bills, but not like no Barry Sanders and no who's like a good back right now, like Saquon, not multiple years like Saquon. So Saquon will probably be in the Hall for sure. I think so.
Evans.
Y'all think Saquon will be in the Hall? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about this Bill Belichick debacle. Uh, should he be in the Hall of Fame? Should the Spygate, should the Deflategate, should his matter without Tom Brady, should all that matter into him not being a Hall of Fame, a first ballot Hall of Famer? And what if he misses it next year? Let me know.